Namaste, loves. Vina Lene here, coming to you from my bedroom with messy, greasy hair, socially isolated for almost 2 weeks now. And I thought finally I would come online and talk a little bit about what's going on. My phone's a little crooked. The lighting's weird because it's coming in from the window, but that's okay. I'm just going to roll with it. So I was thinking about something today, actually. I had this thought, and I was thinking about even the own anxiety that I've been feeling recently during this time of social distancing, and really kind of wondering, why I was feeling that way. I mean, I feel pretty good overall about what the current state of things, of course, with myself and my health and my family, and I'm feeling really good because we are socially distancing. But despite all of that, and despite still being able to show up and teach and show up and be able to provide healing for others, I still feel panic and I still feel anxiety, and I still, lean into that hype that's in the media right now. And something came to me today, and it was the phrase safety in numbers. We've all heard of this, right? Safety in numbers. Do you see that little orb that went by? The orbs have been around me lately. When we're social and when we spend time with each other, we feel safe, right? Because when we're social, when we're surrounded by our loved ones, we feel supported. When we feel supported, we feel safe. Now, we can still feel supported even when we're quarantining right now, right? Even when we're socially distancing, we can still feel supported. But it's that lack of face-to-face interaction. It's that lack of loving touch with each other, giving each other hugs, high fives, handshakes, all of this contact that we give each other that we don't have as much of right now. It's definitely affecting us. And so I think about like our energy body, right? And I think about the root chakra. And I think about how our root chakra is all about safety and security and protection. And we don't have as much of that right now. There's a lot of uncertainty about what's going on. There's a lot of uncertainty about this virus, who's carrying it, who's not, who has symptoms, who doesn't, what's going to happen from here with the state of things. And there's a lot of uncertainty, and this is really affecting our root chakra. So even though we're at home, and our home and our family is where our root chakra grows and thrives, even though we're here at our home base and we're in our sanctuaries, we're still not feeling safe. We're lacking the social aspect, okay? And this is why we're not feeling so safe. So what do we do about this? Well, there's a couple of things that we can do. We can find ways to socially connect online, right? Like we can meet online. We can have, I've been having some video calls with some of my friends, some video chats, and that's been really nice. Group text and that sort of thing that was already going on. But aside from that, there's not really a lot that we can do socially to really nourish this root chakra and make ourselves feel more supported and make ourselves feel more safe. So what's something else that you can do? And this is something, honestly, I've been breathing with this, and I've been meditating with this for almost 10 days now. Because again, I've been wanting to talk about what's going on, and I haven't really known how to approach it. And I've almost felt a bit like a phony to come on here and say everything's good, everything's fine, breathe through it, be calm, when I wasn't doing it completely myself. But how do we nourish our root chakra? How do we feel safe and supported when we don't have that social aspect, when that social aspect is extremely limited to us? Well, what do you do with your friends that you don't do at home with your family? You probably vent, right? You probably vent your feelings. You probably talk about your feelings. You probably talk about what's going on at home and that's bothering you, that's driving you crazy. Even when we talk to our friends to like get things out, we hold space for one another. How can we do that when maybe video chatting isn't quite it? Maybe we need a hug and we can't get that. We have to find another way to give voice to those feelings and to those emotions. So if you need to vent, you have to let it out, because if you don't give voice to everything that's going on with you, then you are not going to feel supported in your feelings, and you're not going to feel safe. And you're going to have these anxieties that are coming up during this time. So give voice to your feelings and emotions. You can do this two ways. You could start with journaling. Journaling is a really beautiful thing to do, especially right now if you have more time. Start to journal every day, just how you're feeling. Or if you have a moment where you're feeling anxious, you're feeling angry, you're feeling jealous, you're feeling lack, you're feeling unsupported, write it out. If you're feeling aggravated at your family, you're feeling aggravated at the people in your home, write it out. Or speak it out. So I have been dealing with my feelings about this for a while, and it's bringing up a lot of other like deep-seated feelings, which has been really interesting. And I've been afraid of shining light on those emotions. Nobody likes to shine light on their dark side, right? Their shadow side. And as a mom, 11.5 months postpartum now, I do sometimes deal with postpartum anxiety and depression, and I have these deep, dark thoughts. No, I don't want to hurt my baby. I love my baby so much. I just have thoughts like, man, I just want to run away. I just want to run away for like 3 days, right? Think about things like that sometimes. But I don't want to think that way. And a lot of times we don't want to think about our lower frequency emotions. We don't want to shine light on them. We don't want to speak about them. I mean, God forbid we not be okay and happy and sunshine and rainbows all the time. But we need to do that right now, okay? Loves, we have to express ourselves right now, and we have to have no fear in being able to express ourselves. So this is what came to me today, because I was thinking about the safety in numbers factor, how we don't really have that right now. You're not surrounded by your tribe. You might be surrounded with family or a partner. You might be alone. But you're not surrounded by the people that you're normally surrounded by. Even myself, I'm normally surrounded by, hundreds of strangers every week just by teaching. And I'm teaching online, but it's not the same. I'm an empath, and I pick up on that energy of others. And I'm not picking up on that. And energy is contagious whether you're an empath or not. So, we don't have this energy of each other to feed off of. We don't have the loving touch to give to each other as much as we want to. We don't have that support system or that safe space to be able to just kind of vent and express and let out into. So we have to find another way to do it. Now, here's kind of my whole point of this as well. A couple of days ago, I just kind of sat down with my husband, because it's just me and my husband and my baby here. And I said, I've got some thoughts, and they're kind of dark, and I don't like them, but I need to give voice to them. And he held space for that, and I did give voice to those thoughts. And it caused a little bit of tension, but, it was okay within a few hours and whatever, because we realized we had to hold space for each other to express. But here's what happened from that. So when I found a support system and I found a safe way to express my emotions and express my feelings, I started to channel through from my internal wisdom, from my inner guidance, all of these other things that I could do during this time of social isolation to make me feel more supported and to make me feel more to make me feel safer. Okay, so by expressing these emotions that I didn't really want to shine light on, expressing them outward and having that safe space like I usually would in a social situation, I started to say, hey, you know what? I really need to make sure I'm having nourishing food during this time, because that supports my root chakra, which makes me feel safe. And I also felt like, hey, I need to make sure that I'm really grounding in and doing some deep breathing and meditation every day, because that really nourishes my root chakra and makes me feel safe. So I encourage you to find this way to nourish your root chakra during this time. If you are feeling anxious, if you are feeling lack, if you're feeling uncertainty, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're scared, if you're holding fear about everything that's going on in the world right now, find yourself that container of safe space to express all of your emotions, no matter what they are, no matter what the words are, no matter how it feels. Let it all out, even the dark stuff. And whether you're doing that by writing and journaling, or whether you're doing that by speaking it out loud, you don't even have to speak it out loud to a person. You can just speak it out loud to an empty space, to an empty room, to yourself, to the backyard. But shine some light on all of your emotions. And through that, you're going to release a blockage on your root chakra. And you're going to start to channel in from your intuition what you actually need right now to help you feel more calm, to help you create more peace in a time when things are a little bit more uncertain. I hope that this serves you today. I hope that you are finding ways to bring joy and positivity into your life right now. I hope that you're distracting yourself in a good way, and I hope that you're finding deeper connections, not only with your family and, with your friends, but also with yourself. I hope that this time of social distancing is giving you the opportunity to truly listen to yourself so that you can give yourself what you need.